And this is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio. We're covering Army football practice. And today we get a chance to talk with one of the Army players, a senior, Jordan Blackman, number 10, a wide receiver from Lake View Terrace, California. Had a big play in the game on Saturday. Jordan, how are you? How was practice today?
I'm doing great, sir. Practice was very fun. Just had a great opportunity to slow things down and take more of a mental day to prepare for our next opponent.
Yeah, well, you got a little bit of a break this week, and we talked to Coach Monken a little bit this afternoon about this week's preparations. And tell us about, you had a great moment. I really hadn't met you before, but you had a great moment in the game on Saturday. You got in to make a couple of big plays. Tell us a little bit about the two plays that you made.
Yes, sir. So the first play, just one of your typical option plays and just a viable option for the quarterback. And fortunately, I was in a position really just executing the fundamentals, and I had an opportunity to take the pitch and get about 13 yards. And that was my first time touching the ball in my career. And so just trying to make the most of it. And then, just really focusing on my blocks for the next few plays and making sure that I was trying my best to get my other guys in the end zone. But fortunately, got down to the 6-yard line, and I was given another opportunity on a toss play to make a play. And so so I knew the ball was coming to me prior. And so just in my mind, I wanted to slow things down and just execute the fundamentals that I've been taught. And so just making sure my pitch course was right, taking the ball, securing it. And then I felt the pressure from, I believe it was an outside linebacker, and just outran him a little bit. And then I could feel the sideline, so I sensed the sideline, and so I tight-roped it and put my foot in the ground, and I saw the goal line, and I just put my shoulder down and gave it everything. And
that's great. I have a film of it from upstairs, and you carried about 3 players into the end zone with you.
Yes, sir. So
no, that's a great moment. We'll remember that. And Coach Monken afterwards described how excited he was that that opportunity happened for you, and how much you've contributed to the team over the years. Tell us a little bit about how do you feel about your role? You haven't had a lot of playing time in your 4 years at West Point, but Coach Monken said you've done a lot on the scout team, on preparation, practice, and on some of the road trips. Tell us a little bit about how your role has emerged on the team.
Yes, sir. So coming in, I was, of course, a little bit younger. My freshman year, I was 17 and a little bit undersized. So I know that my first goal was to develop my body, and we have a great program here where they took the time and put in the effort to help develop me mentally and physically. And so I knew that my role would be limited in my younger years. And I was originally a slot back, and then I moved to wide receiver. And so kind of had to restart my sophomore year, dealt with a few injuries, and then worked my way up the ranks my junior year. And fortunately, I was able to, make a few plays in the spring. And junior year, I was still playing receiver. And then unfortunately, I went out with a partially torn MCL for my junior year. And so I missed a few games, and then I transitioned back to slot back, which is where I am now. And, throughout the years, I've always just focused on, since I haven't been able to contribute as much as one would like on the field, that I make sure that I serve my team in other ways. So, helping recruit younger guys and, talk to guys about the great opportunities here, being a member of the leadership council, and just trying my best to, be an example for everyone else. And, knowing that maybe your path wasn't everything you saw in the career you saw, but, ultimately it's about how you serve your teammates and your brothers, and being a positive example. Because, I could have had every reason to, maybe want to quit or complain or anything like that. But when you're really passionate about something that that you do in your craft, and I really love the game of football since I was a child. And so, you can't just love something when it serves you. You have to love it through its entirety and, love it thoroughly. And so that's what I've done. And I'm fortunate to be on such a great team with great teammates and other young men that are driven like me, passionate about the game of football. And fortunately, this year, I had a chance to start on special teams and contribute on special teams a little bit. And then, of course, get in the game a few times and contribute on offense at slot back. And, fortunately, I was there to make a big play this weekend, and looking forward to whatever the coaches ask for me moving forward this season. But yes, my role has been I'd say that it's definitely what I needed. I think that, everyone comes from high school and, they're the star. And then you get to this level, the Division 1 level, and, you're competing and you're playing with lots of great players. And, whatever works best for the team, you just have to be okay with that, because you know that ultimately the team's success is your success. And, being a great teammate is the number one priority here. And so for me, it's you deal with the adversity, and you wanna be the star, but I've tried to just serve in any capacity I can, and then also on the football field, prepare myself for those moments so that when they do come, I take advantage of them. So, the opportunities are limited, but they're there. An opportunity is still an opportunity, so you have to take advantage of it. And I'm just very grateful that that opportunity presented itself.
Very good. Very well said. Now, what drew you to West Point from California originally?
Yes, sir. So originally, Coach Sean Saturnio was my recruiting coordinator, and one of the most genuine coaches I've had in throughout the recruiting process. And I wasn't a very highly touted recruit. Being on the West Coast, had some Pac-12 interest and Ivy League offer, and University of San Diego, Columbia, Army, prefer walk on from Oregon, and interest from Stanford, Harvard, Yale. But nothing. I wasn't like a big time guy, and this program, saw the potential in me and saw the playmaking ability, even though I was young and undersized. And Coach Saturnio saw me for the person I was and the accomplishments I had off the field, and recognized that I could be an asset for the program. And he did a lot for me. He checked on me a lot, as much as he could per NCAA rules. I feel like if it was allowed, he would have been able to call me every day and check on me. He got to know me as a young man, my family, and ultimately, when he came to my home, it was January 17th of 2017. I remember it like it was yesterday. That was the day I had my home visit and I committed. And he just explained all the great things that came with this prestigious institution, and the opportunity with football, and then the opportunities beyond football as well. And so there's just so many things that you can accomplish here. And I always had aspirations to play in the National Football League, and I still do. But you recognize too that while those opportunities might be on the table, that you're also brought here for a greater purpose, and just fortunate that that's the case.
Absolutely. Now, tell us about what you're studying at West Point, and as a senior, you have branch night coming up not too long, just a few weeks down the road in November. What branch of the Army that you might like to serve in?
Yes, sir. So I aspire to serve in the military intelligence branch. It's something I've been passionate about since my plebe year, and just over the years, having a few mentors that have been successful in that branch, and getting to know them, hearing about their experiences, and just seeing myself in that role and being able to serve in our military in that capacity has always been a dream of mine. And so I've put a lot of my military preparation into, hopefully, which will hopefully, pay dividends and allow me to become a military intelligence officer.
Yeah. And what course of study have you been in at West Point?
Yes, sir. So my major is engineering psychology, which is also known as human factors engineering at
Okay.
other common universities, and my engineering track is systems engineering.
No, it's a great field. We hear a lot of the football players at West Point are in that area. It's kind of like some of the data processing study I had in college and graduate school. Good field for you. Just a final thought about advice for your younger teammates about preparing for Air Force a week from Saturday.
Yes, sir. So just in preparation for such a big game, you want to make sure that you don't allow the moment to, get too big, and also focus and recognize that this is still just a game like the rest of them. And while the implications are a lot greater, you have to execute just the way we do in practice. And when you practice so hard, and you make sure that you pay attention to the small details in the meetings, on the field, and you take intentional reps, then it all transitions to the game. And the way we practice, very fast, physical, I feel like we're always very prepared for the game, so that no moment is too big, and we can just go out there and have fun. And I think that a lot of times, at this level, people, get so worked up, but forgets that this is game is fun, and that's why we play it. That's why we love the game. That's why so many people are brought together through this game. It's a fun game, and you just have to execute and remember why you were brought here. Like, the coaches and everyone in this program wanted you to be a part of this program for a reason. And so, just believe in yourself and have confidence and just go out there and execute and have fun.
Well, it's so good to meet you and hear how you've advanced at West Point, and the leadership that you provide to the team, and the big moment you had last Saturday, getting the opportunity to get the ball and run and carry a few tacklers into the end zone for a touchdown that you'll tell your grandchildren about, I'm sure. Jordan
Yes.
Blackman from Lake View Terrace, California, senior on the Army football team, number 10. Great to see you, and best wishes from everybody at the American Legion.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, you have a good evening. And this is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of American Legion Radio, covering Army football.